What's going on, guys? This is Ryan with the RK Outpost, and there's been a lot of fan backlash for Lucasfilm over the past few days after Disney decided that the name of Boba Fett's ship was just too problematic for Star Wars, that Slave One shouldn't be used anymore. It's just too offensive in 2021. We here at Disney, we like to do everything the right way. Forget about all those labor camps in China that we filmed right next to. No, we can't use this name to market a product. So they took something, Slave One, which has been the name of Boba Fett's ship since early drafts of Empire Strikes Back, over 40 years. They decided to take that away. A lot of fans are speaking out, and now a Star Wars actor is joining in the fray. Boba Fett actor slams Disney for changing name of Slave One on Star Wars merch. And we are talking about Mark Anthony Austin, who happened to play Boba Fett himself in the special edition of Episode 4. Mark Anthony Austin was that guy. He has a very special attachment to Boba Fett and to his ship, Slave One. So now you have an actual Star Wars actor who is just shitting all over Disney for this, and honestly, they deserve it. Now, if you don't know exactly what I'm talking about, this all started when Disney wanted to rename Slave One on all of their merchandise and all of their products. The first place we heard it from was Lego, and you can see here, Boba Fett's Starship will now be the name, and it's actually trademarked, in fact. When you look at the people that are talking about this, the Lego Star Wars design director and the lead designer for Lego Star Wars, they're sitting there answering questions, and they kind of let it slip. Then the next one, also from The Mandalorian, is Boba Fett's Starship. Michael says, yes, I built another. We're not calling it Slave One anymore. This is Boba Fett's Starship. Someone asked, okay, why are we dropping the Slave One name? Jen says, everybody is. It's probably not something which has been announced publicly, but it's just something that Disney doesn't want to use anymore. So this is what we're talking about. I made a video about this yesterday. I did a stream about it as well. But now another voice has joined the fray. Boba Fett actor Mark Anthony Austin, and he is absolutely wrecking them. He is wrecking Disney Star Wars right now. Look at some of these tweets. My ship will forever be Slave One. Nothing, not even Disney can or will change that. This is the way. This got 2,800. I didn't even realize it was up that high. But this absolutely took off. Some art of Slave One. He has been spamming. He has honestly been spamming a lot of art of Slave One and art of Boba Fett and all these things. It's very clear that he cares a lot about this character. When applying for personalized plates for my car, the DMV would not allow Slave One. Okay, I understand. Had to try, but I get it. This Disney idiocy, however, not buying it. Not conforming to the mouse. No siree. Not gonna happen. When I was growing up, I loved Disney. No more. He is absolutely putting them on blast. More Slave One art. What else do we have? Dear #Disney, in regards to the Star Wars franchise, if you don't like it, don't buy it. Simple. He is putting it right back in their faces. And that is the entire thing. You have these people at Lucasfilm that want to change Star Wars. You have these activists. Same thing in entertainment, whether it's comic books, whatever, video games. They don't care about what they're doing. What they want to do is take something that is powerful, take something that is beloved, and change it. Insert whatever they want it to be. Because they don't actually care about that thing. They only care about changing it to put themselves into it. That's what we have going on right now. What else? There's this big long thread. Slave One, period. Move along. Move along, as it says on the box. And that's the thing. It has been Slave One. It has been marketed as Slave One its entire history. We know the reason they're taking it off. We know it's because it says slave, and Disney's all concerned about these optics. This is a story. Star Wars is a story. Episode 1 starts with Anakin as a fucking slave. In The Last Jedi, Rian Johnson's tragedy, in that, there's slaves in that. Are you going to cut all of that out when you eventually remake the entire Skywalker saga, which we know you will? Are you going to cut all of that out because it's too offensive to reference slavery? We're talking about Boba Fett, a dude who's hunting people down, freezing them in carbonite, and delivering them in chains to people. What are you talking about? You think that Slave One is just too much. It's just too offensive. Mark Anthony Austin says, I'm coming for you, Disney execs. Look at all this. This, he retweets Pirates and Princesses. Disney are bullies fixated on profit margins only. He is slamming Disney. A dude who cares about Star Wars, who cares about the character of Boba Fett because he played him, is fucking pissed off right now. And when you go through, he has been so active the past 24 hours on Twitter. It's very clear that he cares a lot about this. Our Fett godfather, the legendary Jeremy Bullock, or in this case, Jeremy Colton, I can't help but wonder what Jeremy would have made of this whole Slave One ordeal. There's that tweet like I talked about. He's sharing when he did this Slave One painting, right? This is how much he cares about this stuff. He's been doing art for it. He's tweeting out when people are writing articles about this as well. He is not backing down. And there are all these blue check marks, all these Disney shills out there who are doing everything they can to try to justify it. And I will be very clear that just like I said in my first video, which I'm sure a lot of these retards didn't bother watching all the way through, but like I said at the end of my first video, there's no indication yet whether this is going to be a canonical change, right? Whether they're actually going to address it anyway, or they're just never going to market it as Slave One. Personally, if they're not going to market it as Slave One because they think it's too offensive, let's be real, that's why it's happening. You really think they're going to say the words Slave One? I don't think so. I personally think they're just never going to refer to the name of the ship. Boba Fett's just going to say, that's my ship. Well, that was my father's ship. Now it's my ship. Like, that's what I think we're going to get. I don't think we're ever going to hear the words Slave One spoken ever again. But there are some idiots, in addition to these typical, very irrelevant, fucking wannabe podcasters, whatever, that are talking shit about anybody who's talking about this right now, doing everything they can to lick the shit from Disney's boots. You also have people like Brianna Wu, who is always stuffing their face. I gotta be careful with pronouns when we're talking about Brianna Wu, who's always stuffing their face into things where they have no idea what they're fucking talking about. Fun fact, George Lucas didn't name Boba Fett's ship Slave One. The bankrupt toy company Kenner did in 1981. If you're mad at Disney for dropping the name, this isn't some holy grail of Star Wars legend. It's a fucking toy box from 1981. You are wrong, Brianna Wu, which is the way you normally are. That's literally your existence is wrong. But she's very quickly corrected. Now, you might have seen Junkman before. He's a known troll. He likes to troll, does Junkman. But he is 100% right in his replies here. He shows the proof that in the earliest drafts of Empire Strikes Back, Boba Fett's ship was named Slave One. When you look at the novelization of Empire Strikes Back, Slave One is in there, published in 1980, well before this toy came out. Kenner did not name it. It was in Star Wars lore. George Lucas referred to it as Slave One multiple times in multiple interviews. All you have to do is a little fucking research and you would find that out. But Brianna Wu is a literal idiot. Oh, Brianna! Brianna, you deleted it! Brianna Wu, you deleted this tweet? Man, I cannot believe that, Brianna. Well, I mean, you know what we're going to have to do. We're going to have to just go ahead and we're going to do a little screenshot. We're just going to make sure we save that. I'll save that for later. I'll save that for later because Brianna would delete it because she's a fucking idiot. Because she is being rectified by all these actual Star Wars fans. But Mark Anthony Austin, back to him, the fact that he is going so hard, I love this. Somebody who cares about Star Wars, is invested in Star Wars. A Star Wars actor sticking up for the lore and sticking up and calling Disney out for what they are trying to do right now. Because it's pretty obvious that Disney is doing this for optics reasons when it's not necessary. Nobody gives a fuck about this except some loser blue check marks or some shill cucks. That's all. Nobody fucking cares. Keep it to the lore. Keep it original. There's no need to do it. There's no one that's actually upset about this name. People get upset when you continue to try to deconstruct George Lucas's Star Wars. Let me know your thoughts about all this in the comments below. Smash a like button, subscribe to the channel, ring the bell for notifications, share this video out there, and I'll talk to you later. Thanks for watching, everyone, and a huge shout out to my patrons. I appreciate you guys so much. Want to follow me on Twitter or Instagram? Check out the description below. You'll find links to my P.O. box and my Patreon as well. And I'll talk to you guys later.